did we come to love a green-skinned witch who for decades had been maligned as wicked? That gravity-defying evolution is courtesy of an author named Gregory Maguire.
You feel some ownership over Elphaba, right?
Elphaba is me. She's braver than I am, and she can sing a lot better. But she's basically me.
You're green. I am.
His story is but a pit stop on the yellow brick road, a path that begins in the year 1900 with a book called The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. That inspired the 1939 movie starring Judy Garland, and that inspired Gregory at a young age to start rethinking what we consider evil.
Why is she so despised when she's the one telling the truth?
You didn't think she was getting a fair shot.
I didn't think she was getting a fair shot.
The result, Wicked, a best-selling novel published in 1995. Now, 30 years later, comes a new book, Elphie, A Wicked Childhood. It's about her life growing up in the rural outback. A hard childhood, Maguire says.
So we learn about Elphie, how it is that she came to realize she had an intellect, she had a mind, and she had ambition. Her parents weren't going to tell her. They weren't even paying attention to her, so somebody had to.
How much fun did you have telling this backstory?
I only wrote one paragraph before I was right there sitting next to her when she's 2 years old.
We can credit Maguire for giving the Wicked Witch her name. It's an homage to the author of the original book, L. Frank Baum, adapting his initials, LFB, to create Elphaba. As for her last name, Throp?
Throp is the sound that a house makes when it falls on your sister.
I have been changed.
In 2003,
Popular. I know about popular.
his tale became even more popular when it was fashioned into a Broadway musical, one that's still running today.
30 years ago, when you published Wicked, could you possibly have imagined this?
No, I have a pretty big imagination. It's pretty strong. It's pumped up. I could not have imagined this.
Nor could he have imagined last year's blockbuster Oscar-winning movie from our sister company, Universal Pictures.
Adulterated loathing.
This was on the back of my chair when I was on set in London.
Maguire spent a few days watching the production, immersed in the world he created.
The Broadway show, the movie, do they influence how you portray Elphaba now?
As she's played by Idina Menzel or by Cynthia Erivo, she reveals a tender side to her character that I like knowing about and that I like incorporating the sense of, even in Elphie.
In fact, his new book is dedicated to Menzel, Erivo, and all Elphaba's past and to come.
They have often acknowledged me and what my work has given to them, and I just wanted to return the favor.
Maguire likes to say a green shadow now covers the world. You could say it's a movement that's wickedly good.
Oh, wow.
That's how he signs his book with the whole witch. I know, it's impressive. So he's long maintained Wicked is actually not a children's book. As for Elphie, he says a child who reads well can get through it, quote, without being tarnished and scarred for the rest of his or her life. A quick thanks to the Drama Bookshop here in New York for having us. Elphie is out now. You can find it at today.com/books.
You know there's an obvious follow-up.
Yes.
What about Galinda? Why doesn't, is she going to get the prequel?
He was very coy when I asked that question. He would simply say, anytime someone says something like that, maybe it plants a seed somewhere in the universe for something to happen. So
Sounds
no
like
direct answer,
Okay.
but you never know.
Elphie.
We'd love it, wouldn't we?
Who's going to play young Elphie in the movie? That's what I want to know.
Oh, what a good
Sure,
idea.
someone's working on it.
Casting search is on.
Yes, good idea.
Thank you,
Get your
Joe.
babies ready. All right.
Thank you, Joe.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.